Hello, darling. I am Cassandra. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. In today's video, I'm going to suggest an angel to you from the 72 Angels of Magic by Damon Brand from the Gallery of Magic, who will help you become famous and popular for your work, to increase your fame and fortune. Now, before we talk about this angel, there are some things I want to talk to you about, because if I do not tell you this, I wouldn't be a good person. Like, I wouldn't even, like, it would be horrible for me to like say, oh, here, just go here, just here's an angel, he's going to help you become famous, and good luck. So let's talk about what needs to be in place before you do this ritual. And I know you're saying, like, well, guys, I always feel like, because I like to, like, if somebody is telling me something, I always want to know. I can't listen to you unless you have experienced, what you're trying to tell me. So I have been, I used to be an advice columnist for Today's Black Woman magazine. I've been in Upscale. I've been in a lot of magazines, newspapers across the United States, major newspapers, the Boston Globe. And I mean, I'm a writer. I have about 10 books, but that's not the thing. The thing I want to talk to you about is fame and fortune. Now, okay, this is going to be kind of a long video, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to let this video, it'll end where it ends, and it'll begin where it begins. I was the angel that who will help you obtain fame and fortune is Pael, and it's spelled P-O-I-E-L, and he's in the 72 Angels of Magic. He's also in the Empowered Angels book as well, and this is a really good ritual. But let me tell you, baby, let me tell you, let me get myself together. Okay, are you together? Do you have your tea, your coffee, your wine, whatever? Because I'm just, we gonna talk. It's that kind of video, we gonna talk. So now, when you do this ritual for fame and fortune, the thing that I have found, I'm giving you my experience, guys. I can't, say what other people have. And every ritual doesn't always work right away. I have had rituals that actually worked like a year later, and it was exactly everything that I wanted that I thought did not work. But there were other factors that needed to come into play before I could manifest that particular thing. Now, we're talking about fame right now, right? And if you want to be famous, a famous writer, famous actor, famous artist, let me tell you, do not go for fame until you, one, make sure that your root chakra is healthy. Now, your root chakra is like it's at your tailbone, your legs, your feet, right? And it's responsible for your mission, actually your life force. So when people feel like disconnected from this world or don't feel like they belong, it's because they may have a weak root chakra. So you want to make sure that your root chakra is grounded, and that now, when I say grounded, you should have some type of exercise routine. You should some type of meditation, yoga, but something that grounds you into your body. Like, you should feel healthy and vibrant. If you look at people who are famous, you think they're in shape just because they want to be famous. Because there's some people who really aren't, like, in shape. But you really need to be grounded in who you are. And your root chakra is also, connected to, like, your ancestors, your support team, the people, your community, people who support you. Like, if you, you will see why. So you want to make sure that you're taking care of your body. That's your earth suit, right? That you have good friends and people around you who support you, that you're eating healthy, that you're getting enough sleep, that you're taking care of yourself. Because being famous is there are a lot of people who don't know you who will be siphoning off your energy. And they're also going to be giving you energy, but we're going to get a little bit more into that. So your root chakra, there are some gemstones for it, like garnet. I think, what is it called? I don't really want to make the video about that. There are a lot of gemstones that will help you with your root chakra if they're black or red, and some other ones. But I'm quite sure there's a ton of videos on YouTube about that. Now, the next chakra that is very important, I know people pronounce it chakra, it's your third chakra. It's 2 inches above your navel. This is your power center. It is responsible for your self-esteem, your self-worth, your, oh my God, like this area, this has been the weakest area of my body. And when you don't value yourself, if you have low self-esteem, if you, if you're sensitive to criticism, this is all third chakra, baby. And to be famous, people coming for you because they have to. It's not because they're being negative. And we'll talk about that in a second. So I might as well talk about it right now. Now, this is just my opinion. When I look at people who are famous, and I want you to think about this, there has to be an energy of movement. So let's just say you are really good at something. You're really good at it, and every time the headlines come across, it just talks about how wonderful you are. Oh, she's such a good person. Oh, it's nothing. That's a flat. I call it a flat line, baby. Nobody's talking about you. You're not making the news. Nobody's interested, and nobody can't wait to turn TV on to see what you said next, or nobody is watching your videos to see what you're talking about, or there's no press. Nobody's covering you because you're not controversial, because you're just good. All right. Now let's just say you're just bad all the time, right? Every time we look around, you cheated on your 10th wife or husband or whatever, and it's like you're always in trouble. Again, it's a flat line, right? Because there's always bad news. So if it's always bad or good news, you're just not going to blow up, because when we're talking about fame, we're talking about fire. Now, you do have an area in your home that is your fame area. When you walk into your home, and right in the middle, like say this is the wall, this is your front door, the middle of the wall of every room in your house is your fame area. So if you have water in that area, then it's probably going to be challenging. Even I have found that even with working with the angels, so even working with the angels, there are other systems at play. Like there are other factors. For example, Feng Shui does matter. So you can go and look in your, you walk in the door and you look in the middle of the room that's across the wall, that's across from you, and you look in every room and you see what's over there. Now, the ideal thing that would be in the middle would be a fireplace, because it's fire and it's your fame area. But also, if you, you may have things that are red, animal print, like lions or tigers, anything like a wild animal, anything that is pointy, anything that's tall. So it's red, green, orange. These are all good colors for your fame area. Wood, because wood feeds fire. So this will help you, right? This will help the angels out, because your environment is just an extension of your body. So your soul is a part of your body, and your body is in your environment. So all of this works together, and the more you know, the more you'll be able to grow, child. Trust me on this one, okay? So now the thing about fire, of all the elements, it is the only element that actually needs something to consume in order to grow. So, the wind doesn't need any help. Earth doesn't need help, right? But the fire needs to consume something. And it has to be some type of friction. So we're not talking about like the lighters that we use today. I'm talking about real fire, baby. right? Because I have a ton of lighters everywhere. I was looking for one. Well, you've seen a lighter before, but we're talking about friction, and in order for something to have friction, that means we got to have some drama. Something has to go on in order to get that fire going. If you think about Kim Kardashian, and she is one of the most famous women, right? And how did she get her fame? Well, first of all, sex sells because one is connected to your root chakra, baby, right? And it's juicy and it's tantalizing, it's interesting. And she built her empire from her sex tape with Ray J, and it went into other things, right? If you think about anybody who's famous, they are giving something. I remember, I know people remember Elvis Presley. He used to, like, I think there was a lot of controversy because he was grinding his hips or something, the way he was dancing. And then they banned him from certain television shows, but the ban has conflict, right? Conflict, drama, sex, blew him up. So if you're talking about being famous, now think about this, baby. Your self-esteem, that third chakra, your third chakra needs to be together. Like, there was a time when maybe a few years ago when I was working on my channel, somebody said something that was really hurtful to me. And I didn't post a video for like another 6 months, maybe a year, because I am very sensitive. And even though I might want to be popular, because you can't grow your channel if you're not popular. But if you have a lot of stuff damage to your third chakra, either you're going to be the reason that you don't continue to post consistently, or that you don't show up for big moments because of some of the things that people are going to say about you, okay? So fame needs friction, because fame is fire. People have to want to hear about you, read about you. Donald Trump, people always wanted to see what was the Donald going to say next? What was he going to do next, right? And that type of fame, he made some atrocious comments, but it was feeding newspapers. People were, eating it up. People had something to listen to and something to talk about. Now, let's say you want to be famous, but you don't really have yourself together yet. And this is why I'm saying it's so important to make sure you work on your third chakra. Please, go see a Reiki master. I haven't seen a Reiki master. She is amazing. A Reiki master will literally help you align your chakras. They can help heal leaks or holes. You can go back and rewrite some of your childhood issues that affected your self-esteem. All of this. Do this before you do this. Now, even with the Gallery of Magick, they have a ton of rituals for, did I bring my book? Yes. For self-esteem, confidence, to feel more confident. I'm trying to see if I can see, because I really believe do the inner work first, because the inner work is so important. Feel more self-respect. I'm sorry, I don't like showing things. So feel more self-respect. I would do that. I would literally, I think there are self-esteem, self-respect, self-love, confidence. I would do all of those rituals before I even think about moving to a fame ritual. The next thing I think you should work on is protecting yourself. See, I just started protecting myself 5 years ago. I didn't know how important it is. I didn't know that it's, what am I trying to say? I didn't know how important it is to protect yourself. Oh my God, the people who are jealous of you, the people who want what you have, the people who want to steal from you, the people who want to copy you, the people who want to be you. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want to be famous until you are grounded. You're in your body, you're healthy, you're getting enough sleep, you're eating healthfully, you know who you are, you know how to take care of yourself emotionally and physically, right? You moved up to your third chakra, because I skipped the second chakra, because the third chakra, this is your self-esteem, your self-worth. You know who you are, you know how to clap back people talking crazy to you, you know how to put them in their place, you ain't taking no mess off nobody. You know what I'm saying? You don't even think about it until you know what condition your third chakra is in. Honestly, I would say that. The other chakra that you should work on, I think, also is your this is your fifth chakra, and this is your oh my God, your throat chakra, right? So that you can speak your truth and be your authentic self. So you can see when somebody is telling you the truth, but you also want to speak the truth because it makes you more original. Like, so when you find somebody who is just, making people laugh, or people are really into them, or people think that they're, interesting, it's because they are connected to their truth. So you want to be connected to your truth. But to me, even if you're not connected to your truth, don't do it without your first chakra, being grounded in your body, meditation, yoga, exercise, some way of taking care of yourself, because people are going to criticize you, because you need criticism. So I'm going to go back. And you need criticism, you need conflict, and you need friction in order to be famous. And if you don't have the self-esteem and the self-worth to handle what is necessary in order to be famous, the fame would destroy you. Literally, it will destroy you. I can't think of there was what was the little girl who, well, I don't want to call her a little girl, but she's a tennis player who beat Serena. I think she's half African American and half Asian American. And she didn't like the way the reporters were asking questions, so she decided not to play in a tournament. Now, if you think back to Venus and Serena, they had to deal with a lot of slurs and all type of abuse, people calling them unattractive and all kind of names. Now, can you imagine, but you know what? If they did not have that friction of not just being some pretty girl, but just being these, women warriors on the tennis court, they needed that friction. So that's what I'm trying to tell you when you're talking about being famous. You can't always be a good person, because if you're good, you flatline. If you're good all the time and every story that people read about you is a good story, you haven't done anything wrong or bad, that's a flatline. So you have to be able to razzle and dazzle people. You have to have something interesting and entertaining and scandalous and good, like all of these things mixed about you to make people interested in wanting to read about you. Okay? Now, if you do that without protecting your energy, people wanting to take what you have, people wanting to be you, people wanting to steal from you, the competition is fierce. Can you imagine all of the people who go to, what do you call it when they try out for different roles? I don't know what you call it when actors go to these, to try out for different roles. The competition is fierce. Everybody got a banging body. Everybody cute, child. Everybody can sing. You know what I'm saying? You got Alicia Keys, you got Beyonce, you got Ashanti, you have, Rihanna, all together. All right. You if you don't know who you are, if you don't have yourself together, how are you going to handle that? You understand what I'm saying? So don't do fame until you are grounded, until you have a strong sense of self-worth, self-esteem, know who you are, believe in yourself, unshakable belief in yourself, baby. And then you got to protect yourself. You protect your energy. I don't have my book for that. I have another protection book. The Gallery of Magick have several books on protection, and I'm telling you, don't even think about putting yourself out there without being able to protect your aura, protect your energy, protect people from attaching to you, hacking you, your psychic attack. They're coming for you, because when a light is shining bright, everybody comes to that light. Moths come to the flame, right? You're the flame. You're the flame, and everybody's coming towards you, and you need to be able to handle that level of attention, or the fire will consume you. The fire of fame will consume you. Now this ring, oh dang it, I was looking for, I had to take my puppy out. Anyway, so I took my other ring off that I wanted to show you guys. This is labradorite, and labradorite is actually one of the best gemstones for protecting you against jealousy and envy and psychic attacks. This is a protection ring, babe. I have, oh my God, just labradorite. I have labradorite everywhere. Everywhere. Because when you put yourself out there, if people don't, you need the people who dislike you as well as the people who like you to blow you up, so to speak. You need that friction, right? Now, with that being said, we're talking about, you know, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go there. So the whole thing that happened with Will Smith and Chris Rock. Guys, I'm trying so hard to be normal. I'm trying so hard to be normal, but I don't think it's working. So when it first happened, I thought, good, Will Smith is protecting his wife. But then I woke up in the morning with I said, nope, that was planned. That was not a real moment. You got to remember, this is Hollywood. Now this is how I am saying why this, everything that happened at the Oscars with Will Smith and Chris Rock, it wasn't what we think. I think it was planned, but I'm gonna tell you why. Now, just because I work with the angels, it doesn't mean that I know anything. But I understand, because when I work with an energy, I always want to understand that energy. I'm not a person who just, you know, want to say, oh, I'm going to work with that. And I want to understand the energy and what's going on behind the scenes, and the different rooms and the entities and the spirits who all bringing together forces so that everybody is talking about you, right? So, I'm just going to go ahead and just be myself for a hot minute here. Now, the Nielsen ratings for the Oscars have been very dismal, and they have been declining every year, right? Now, if you are a star, a celebrity star, and nobody is watching the biggest night of your career, then how big of a star are you, right? One, because stars need our attention. Our attention is the most valuable asset that we have as human beings. We want you to buy our book, watch our videos, listen to us, right? Look at us, look at me. We want another person's attention. That is the most valuable asset you have, who you give your attention to. So, if we have the Oscars, which is the biggest night of their career, and I think the year before only 10 million people watched. They said, and the numbers were constantly declining because of the internet, because of Netflix, because of, you know, the world is changing. The world is changing. People are just not glued to TV anymore. It's not like that. People don't just go into the movies. The whole world is changing. So now, if you're going to have a $10 million paycheck and you demand that people come out of their comfort of their home to come watch you at a movie, then we have to do something to give you a star appeal, you know, because what makes you a star is that people have to talk about you. Now, whether it's good or bad, people have to talk about you, and it has to be a mixture of both. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. So, I believe that they planned it. You know, even the way he walked up there, the way, you know, just the way, you know, Chris Rock said, there you have it, folks, one of the biggest nights in Oscar history. Like, how do you know it's the biggest night? That sounds like his line. You know what I'm saying? And then I think a video came out that's saying that Chris Rock has some type of Asperger's, which is why he can't recognize what's happening in people's facial expression. Why did this just come out just now? Why didn't this come out sooner? Listen, guys, if you don't think for 1 second that they decided, look, we need to up our ratings. We need people talking about the Oscars. We're losing our esteem. People aren't talking about us. Also, Chris Rock's tickets went up. You know, they were telling him, look, you can't be a comedian, A-class comedian, selling your tickets for $40. His tickets went from $40 to $400 to even $1,000. And, you know, for Will Smith, I think he needed to maybe revamp his image. And if you think for 1 second they cared about Venus and Serena's dad and wanted him to, you know, as he was some type of, to celebrate him as some type of hero, no. It was the perfect storm. It was the perfect storm. It's like, we don't really care about Venus and Serena's dad. He's just some black, I don't think they care about that. And then also, Will Smith has been kind of giving off the image of being this really goody two-shoe. So he needed to revamp his image because, again, you need conflict. You got to have conflict to have fame. You got to have conflict and friction if you want to sell tickets, right? And Chris Rock, everybody, all of their fame, their prestige, the show, all of that was dying. Now, another factor that I don't want to get too deep into, I just want to kind of, is I think that, they understand that in order to have fame, in order to have popularity, in order to be on every YouTube channel, have everybody talking about the clip and playing it over and over and over again, think about all of the products that attach themselves to that. Like the Tide, the everything that we use. Everybody is just dying to get it. I want to buy ad because this is what everybody's talking about. This is what everybody's listening to. And then the next time that the Oscars come on, people are going to want to see it again. They're going to want to know if anything exciting is going to happen. So if you think, I'm just saying, guys, listen. Pael on page 160 in the 72 Angels of Magic. He doesn't play, all right? And I think if you don't understand that you're playing with fire, literally, you are playing with fire, darling. You can destroy yourself, your relationships, your home, your money, because fame is an energy. It's an energy. Everything is an energy, but it's an energy that you need to be prepared for, okay? So my suggestion, now if you're ready, 72 Angels of Magic. He's also in the other Empowered Magic book. He's on page 160. This angel can help to build your personal charisma, darling, and also develops your fame and your luck to get the best results. Ask for an increase in fame and fortune in a particular area of your life that matters greatly to you. So listen, I have, done some work. And I had, it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Okay, I've done some fame things where I was famous because there's something even in words of power. And I think I wanted to be popular, and it was some event, and a boob popped out. Like, yes. So, you got to be careful with that because the angels need something to work with. What are you feeding them? Are you feeding them your book? When people come on the internet and they start sharing their stories and telling you their life, do you think that, why are you doing this? What are you selling? Are you selling a book? Are you selling a digital class? Are you selling doll patterns? What are you doing? Like, why are you sharing your personal business? Why are you talking to strangers and putting yourself out there? Because you're feeding the flames of fame. You're feeding the fire, babe. So you got to know what you're feeding. Right? Because if you say you put yourself out there, you want them to come to your next movie, you want them to come to your next play, you want them to buy your next book, you want them to buy your next album, your next song. But make sure that you know why you're doing this. But also make sure, please, make sure your confidence and your self-esteem and your self-worth is tighter than tight. Because people are going to come for you, not because they're bad, but because fame needs friction. People need gossip. People need things to talk about. People need to be interested. And if you're not going to be able to handle that heat, fame will destroy you. But if you're ready, Archangel Pael, baby, right here, you'll find yourself, I don't know, I can't say what will work for you. I can say what has worked for me. But I can tell you, you gotta be ready. You must be ready for the conflict, the friction, and the heat of fame, and so that it does not destroy you. And another thing I love about working with the Gallery of Magic, guys, is when you're working, all you need is this book. You don't need candles, and you don't need rituals, and you don't need lights or protection, or you don't need you don't need things. All you need is some quiet time to yourself. And I think with this book, I think you do the ritual for 11 days. You start on a Thursday, but all you need is yourself, your voice, and the book. No other materials are needed when you're working with this type of magic. I really hope this video helped someone. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you, darling, in the next video.